Let's pack today's lunchbox for my friends and followers. Today I'm making them Pollo Loco style chicken tortas. I'm gonna begin by marinating my meat using my family's Pollo Loco recipe. I have full details on my Instagram, but just in case, I'll leave it in the comments. Then I leave the chicken marinating overnight. Now Fridays is my busiest day of the week when it comes down to selling food. And you already know I don't got my little man helping me. So first things first, before doing anything to my chicken, I'm gonna get me some G Fuel action just to give me enough energy and get me focused to get all you guys' orders ready and you guys don't have to wait for me outside. And the best part is that it's sugar-free. Now when I tell you I've been fighting kids over my G Fuel, I am not even kidding. So now that I'm all wired up and full of energy, I'm gonna cook the chicken rotisserie style. I just put it in my air fryer at 450 degrees for 30 minutes. Then after resting for 10 to 15 minutes, I begin to carve it off the stick. I'm gonna butter up my buns, make sure they're nice and crispy. Then I make them a fresh batch of guacamole because on one side of the torta is going to have the guacamole and on the other side it's gonna have some refried beans. Add your cheese of choice. I'm using a mixture of manchego and Oaxaca cheese. Then I add a couple of scoops of that pollo loco. I'm also gonna drizzle a little bit of spicy chipotle mayo all over that chicken. Then I add some red onions, tomatoes, a little bit of jalapenos, and some lettuce. Top it off with my top bun and then I wrap it up in some parchment paper. I'm also gonna cut it in half for them. That way they don't stuff their face with a big ass torta. Wrap it in some foil so it can stay nice and warm for them and then put it in the foam box. Today they had the option between a soda or a cantaloupe mango orange agua fresca. And they all went for the agua fresca. And that's it guys. Now I'm just gonna hurry my ass up and get everything ready for them so they come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Packing lunch for my husband and his coworkers. Yup, you guessed it. It is that time again and it's still not the hubby's turn, but it's okay. They asked if I can make their lunch and I said yes. So today I decided to keep it super simple and I'm making them Big Papa Surf and Turf burritos. I marinate the meat overnight and in the morning I grilled it and cut it up. For the surf, we're gonna use some Big Papa shrimpies. I'm just gonna remove all the poo from them, cook them in a little bit of butter and garlic, season them up, add some chipotle, some lime, and some cilantro, and that's it guys. Simple. Now it's time for the Big Papa Burritos. I add a big scoop of some buttery lime cilantro rice. Cheese of choice, I'm using some manchego and some Oaxaca. I'm gonna add my steak, a little bit of guacamole, some fresh pico, and my shrimpies. We're not done yet. We're also gonna add a big handful of fries, some spicy chipotle mayo, and avocado sauce. Then I roll it up, make sure I don't bust in my face, because look at the size of this burrito. This is the reason why I call them Big Papa Burritos, because they're huge. Then I wrap them up in some foil and put it in their foam box. As a treat, I decided to surprise them with a little tres leches cake. I just soak the cake in the tres leches mixture and then I cover it up with the whipped cream topping. Add some strawberries and sprinkle it with a little bit of coconut flakes. For their drink, I made them an agua fresca de fruta, which is an agua fresca with the mixture of a lot of different fruits. You know I can't forget his note to let him know how much I love him, and just to make sure nobody else gets this note, I'm gonna make sure I give it to him right on his hands. And that's it guys. I'm gonna load everything up and drop it off during lunchtime. Bye! Let me show you guys how I made my agua de frutas estilo la michoacana. I know I'm gonna get shit for this, but this is how I make it. We're gonna need a cup of strawberries, a cup of guayabas, a cup of mango, a cup of cantaloupe. The cantaloupe I cut small enough so it can fit my blender. I'm also gonna do a cup of peaches, but you can also just use canned peaches. I'm gonna use both because I didn't have enough fresh peaches. I'm also gonna do a cup of apples and 2 bananas. I know it's a lot of fruit and that's why it's called agua de frutas. We're also gonna need a 1/4 cup of each fruit, but that we're gonna cut into small little pieces because we're going to use it for garnish. So basically you need a 1.25 cups of every fruit. And remember, you can use whatever fruit you like. You also need a can of evaporated milk and a can of sweetened condensed milk. Add everything to your blender along with a tablespoon of strawberry extract and some red food coloring. I didn't have any. Add all your milks and fill up the rest of your blender with water and blend until smooth. I'm also going to strain the water to catch all the guayaba seeds. This recipe is going to make a little bit over a gallon, but I'm going to use my 3-quart pitcher because I'm going to make 2 batches. So I add half of the fruit into the pitcher and half of the fruit that I blended in here. Then I fill up the rest of my pitcher with water and mix. Now this is your perfect time for you to check for sweetness. If it needs more sugar, add more sugar. If it's too sweet, just add more water. Now just fill up your favorite cup with ice and pour yourself some delicious and refreshing creamy agua de frutas. Now I'm just gonna garnish my cup with the strawberry. This drink is supposed to be pink, so I'm gonna add a pink straw in there and pretend it's matching. And that's it guys. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! Let me show you guys how I make my buttery lime cilantro rice. To my pot, I'm gonna melt a whole stick of butter. Then I added 2 cups of rice and give it a quick mix. To the rice and butter, we're gonna add 3 cloves of minced garlic and about 1/4 of an onion, probably a little less than 1/4. Now I'm just gonna mix everything up and let our rice catch a golden brown color. We don't want the rice to be as brown as when you're making a red rice. It's just a little toast. Then I add 4 cups of water, 2 tablespoons of chicken bouillon, 1 tablespoon of lemon pepper, 1/4 cup of lime juice. I'm gonna use the fake kind only because I didn't have fresh. Then I add a whole can of corn, and trust me on this one, we're gonna add 1 to 2 tablespoons of pickled jalapeno juice. Then I mix all the ingredients up, let this catch a boil. Then I cover and simmer for 20 to 25 minutes, and do not open that cap in those 20 to 25 minutes. Once your rice has fully cooked, then you can add your cilantro. This is so that your cilantro doesn't disappear while your rice is cooking. Now I'm just gonna give it a quick fluff, and that's it, guys. Now your rice is ready for your seafood dishes. Hope you like this recipe. Bye! Let's pack today's lunchbox from our friends and followers. Today I'm making them stuffed Francera steak Pinwheels. I really didn't know what to call it, so that's what we're gonna call it, with a Cajun Alfredo pasta. But first, we're gonna make the stuffing that's gonna go inside the steaks. We're gonna use chorizo, bacon, a little bit of bell peppers, onions, cream cheese, and your cheese of choice. I'm gonna use some mozzarella. Then I smear it all over my steaks, roll it up, tie it up, just to make sure that everything stays in there. Now, the plan was to grill these, but I ran out of propane, so I had to bring them inside and finish them off in the air fryer. For the Cajun Alfredo pasta, we're gonna saute a little bit of garlic, onion, and peppers in some butter. Then I add some Cajun seasoning, some Cajun bouillon, some chicken bouillon, a little bit of heavy cream, some cream cheese and cheese of choice. I'm gonna use a mixture of mozzarella and pepper jack. Look how cheesy the sauce is though. And I incorporate the pasta and the sauce, and this is what it looks like. Once our steaks are ready and they have cooled off, we're going to cut them. And these are the pinwheels. Now we get to assemble the box. We're gonna add our Cajun Alfredo pasta and a couple of these pinwheels. This is a dish that one of my followers requested, so I really hope everybody liked it. And I sprinkle it with a little bit of cilantro for garnish. Today they had the option between a soda or a pineapple strawberry agua fresca. And most of them chose the agua fresca except 2. I also wanted to surprise them today with a little treat. Today's my baby sister's birthday, so I decided to celebrate with everyone by giving them a slice of a Mexican dessert. This is kind of like a key lime pie. I don't know, but it's freaking bomb, and they had no idea they were getting this. And that's it, guys. Now I'm just gonna get everything ready for them, including their drinks and pies, and they come and pick up during lunchtime. Bye! Let me show you guys how I made my Carlota de Limon, also known as a Mexican key lime pie. You're gonna need a can of sweetened condensed milk, a can of evaporated milk, half a block of cream cheese, and half a cup of lime juice. To the blender, we're going to add our milks and half a block of cream cheese, and we're gonna blend that first. Once the milks have been blended, we're going to add half a cup of lime juice into the blender and blend. The lime juice is gonna give the milks a thick consistency like this. All we have to do now is assemble our dessert. To the bottom of my springform pan, I'm going to layer some cookies, which I forgot to mention, you're going to need galletas Maria. And the way we're forming this dessert is in layers. We're gonna do a layer of the galletas Maria, then the lemony custard, another layer of the galletas Maria, another layer of the lemony custard, and so on and so forth, depending on how tall you want it. I'm only doing 3 layers because I didn't get enough cookies. If you guys are planning on doing any of my recipes, I'm telling you, this recipe right here is the one. Super easy and delicious. On my last custard layer, I'm just gonna crumble up the leftover cookies. Then, so they know it's a lemon cake, I'm gonna add a couple of lemon slices. Lime slices, I'm so sorry. Then I stick it into my freezer and let this set for about 2 hours. And after 2 hours, guys, I just remove it from the mold, and that's it, guys. This is what it looks like. And I know I said this once, but I'll say it again. If you're looking for a recipe, this is the one. I made this dessert to celebrate my sister's birthday with all of my followers that bought meals for me today. But first, I need to cut up a slice and test it out first, you know, for science purposes. And that's it, guys. Hope you like this recipe. Bye!